Hey guys, it's Lisa Callaghy here. What I want to do is share with you this video on how to, the process to create individual test ticket PDFs for your classes. And this video can be viewed and used by both school test coordinators and school test administrators. So both of these groups can actually do what I'm doing right now for the purposes of being able to share a PDF with your students' testing information, username and password, to them via our learning management system. So the way that Pearson has the testing tickets is they're in a one large PDF per session. So your ultimate goal is to break those out of that session or break that out of that one large PDF into individual testing ticket PDFs. So that's what this video is going to show you how to do. Okay, so on my screen, you'll see I'm logged into Pearson Access Next. Again, make sure that at the top of your screen in the black menu bar options that it says New Jersey Start Strong 2020 and 2021. And if it doesn't, you're going to click on the downward facing arrow to the right of the title that you see so that this drop down window opens, and you need to navigate to where it says Start Strong. Again, clicking on the downward facing arrow next to Start Strong will open up the link to the Start Strong 2020-2021 assessment. Okay. Once you're there, make sure that you see your school name at the top. And then once that's set, you need to go to the middle testing area, and under Select an Action, downward facing arrow drop down menu, you're going to select Sessions. Okay, when you select Sessions, it will either list all of the sessions in your school. If it doesn't, what you need to do is come over to where it says Find Sessions, and there is a field here that says Name Starts With. And then there's a blue search button. And next to that blue search button, there is a downward facing arrow. Clicking on that downward facing arrow, you'll see a show all results choice here, and there is a checkbox next to it. So if you come in and select show all results, it's going to show all the results of the sessions that have been created for your school. Your next task is to try and find your session with your name on it. So I'm going to choose this. I'll do Leonelli. So I'm clicking on all of Leonelli's sessions by clicking on the box to the left of the session name. So I've selected those 3 sessions. Now I'm going to come up to Select Tasks here under the Sessions Tasks area, and click on that drop-down menu. And then you'll see there is a choice here that says Generate Test Tickets. So I'm going to check off that task, and then I'm going to click on Start. So now a window is going to open with all of the 3 sessions checked off, and I can click on Generate Test Tickets. Now I can do this and have all 3 classes selected, and I will download one big file with all of my students. Or if I wanted to do one at a time, I can unselect the others, or easier, uncheck the selection box next to the session name, and it will remove all checks or provide all checks next to the session names. So I'm going to remove them all. Then I'm just going to pick the one that I want to print out test tickets for right now, and then click on Generate Test Tickets. And you'll see that will download as a PDF in your downloads. So now I'm going to go to my Finder window, and I'm going to click on Downloads. And I can see at 9:48, this is what I downloaded. Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure that this opens up in preview. So I have preview on my doc, and I highly suggest that everybody puts preview on their doc. And if you don't have it there, it's easy to put by clicking on, again, your Finder guy in your doc, which is always the first application on the left, and then clicking on applications here, and then searching for preview in my applications list. And I can click and drag, click and drag preview and drop it right into my doc. And then if I even quit out of preview, that will stay in my doc. Okay, so having that in your doc is helpful. So I'm going to go back to my downloads area, my downloads folder, and I'm going to grab that test ticket PDF that I just downloaded and drop it right into the preview. And you'll see that it opens up in preview. Okay. All right. So now you'll see I have all my test tickets for my students, but they're all in one PDF. I need to make them separate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move things around on my screen here so that I can access each individual test ticket here by clicking on this margin, and you'll see the test ticket information pops up here. I'll move that over a little bit. So, and then, so I can click on test ticket information. So I have each individual one. Next, back to my Finder window, I'm going to go to my desktop. And on my desktop, I'm going to create a new folder. Okay, and I'm going to title that folder Test Tickets. Okay, and inside that folder, Test Tickets, I'm going to create another folder, File, New Folder, and I'm going to title that, is this ELA? This is going to be ELA. Okay. And then I'm going to click back on the test tickets folder and create another folder called Math, and then click back on test tickets and create another folder called Science, if I'm giving all three of those assessments. So now I have three folders inside a folder called Test Tickets. And this particular PDF that I opened are my ELA. You can see it right here. These are my ELA. So all of the test tickets that I'm going to be creating individually, I'm going to put in this ELA folder. All right, so now I'm going to click on the first ticket. I'm going to click and highlight the student's last name, and I'm going to do a Command C to copy the student's last name. Then I'm going to take this ticket here from this margin, and I'm going to drag it and put it into my ELA folder. Okay, so inside my ELA folder, you're going to see a test ticket, but it doesn't have the student's name. So I'm going to click once on the title of the test ticket that I just dragged, and I'm going to do a Command V, and that's going to paste the student's last name into that test ticket. And I'm going to click off of that PDF, and next I'm going to scroll, go to my next test ticket, and repeat those steps over, highlighting the student's last name, do a Command V or an edit copy. So I'm copying the last name. I'm clicking here I'm dragging this test ticket into that folder. Now I'm clicking once on the title. I'm doing a Command V or an edit paste, and it pastes the student's last name in there. Okay, so this is kind of probably the easiest way for teachers to individualize their test tickets and name them for their students so that they can easily just post them in their learning management system to share with their students on the day that they will be taking the assessment. So just continue doing that. Paste. Okay, so this video is to help you create individual PDF testing tickets for your students for the NJ Start Strong assessment. All right, guys, I hope this helped. Have a great day.